Hey, Dr. Karen here, and I'm going to show you how to do the lymphatic sweep and then a patch for swelling. So I've got here energy enhancer patches. You can also use IceWave, which moves energy even better. But energy enhancer or IceWave is fine. There's one white and one tan. So I've just got tape on the other side just because I'm going to stick them on Spleen 6 later, and I don't want to take the backings off, but when you use it at home, once you're finished sweeping, you would definitely take the backings off. So I've got the white one in my right hand and the tan one in my left hand. So I'm assisting doing the sweep on the person that needs the help, and James is going to be my model today on how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the legs, and we're going to sweep it like as if you're sweeping the fluid up the legs. Yes. So and then we're going to sweep down through the arms as well. And it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. So actually, let's start with the arms. So I'm going to have James put his arms in a Y above his head like this, just so you can see that's the anatomical position in Chinese medicine. So you don't have to have the person do that, but just to show you, that's how we're sweeping. We're sweeping down. So you just take, patch in each hand. And usually, if you're going to be really perfect, you can put the tan on the inside and white on the outside and sweep, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. So we're going to just go ahead and sweep. We're going to do the sweep, and you don't even have to touch the person. You can just have even an inch away, and we're going to sweep it right into the axilla here, the underarm, where the lymph is. So we're going to sweep the lymph here. Of course, you can do it this other way if you want, with the tan on the inside, the yin side of the body, and white on the outside. So you're just going to sweep like about 5 times. 2, so 4, and then 5. All right, and then we're going to do the other side. And this time we're going to do it without his hand up, so because he gets a little tired. So go ahead and put your hand down. Yep, we're going to put your hand down, and we're just going to sweep it again all the way to the underarm. Sweep. Yep, exactly. 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to have you turn around, James. Yep, so the back. And we're going to sweep the head, and we're going to sweep it down to about the waist area. So, top of the head, white on right, tan on left. And this is really great for headaches, by the way. You can go up here, and you can sweep down like this. You can also go from out to in. Sweep down, doesn't that feel good? Yeah, sweep down like this. So it's really good to clear blockages in the head and the back, of course, side. And we're just sweeping the lymph downwards like that. One more time. Good. Okay, have you turn back around here. Now this is where the lymph actually exits the body. It opens from the channels here, and it goes into these ports that then dump the extra fluid into the kidneys and then out, peeing out. So you can actually even, rub. I'm using white on right, tan on left here, so white on his right side. Rub these ports a little bit. I'm getting a little fancy here. You don't have to do that. You can do that. So now we're going to do the leg. So I'm going to get actually on the side here just so you can see. Again, ideally, if you want, you can put the tan on the inside, the white on the outside. So like this, you're going to sweep up. But it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to do the other way now. Like this. Up. So do about 5 times again. So all the way to the groin area. And then we'll just switch sides. So 1. Again, you don't have to touch the person. Just, I'm just lightly touching. Again, you can do it this way if you want. Right? So you're putting it to the groin, and then if you want, on the belly area, you can actually sweep it upwards. So you want to dump it in this area here. Again, you can kind of go in like this, dump at that area. So that's it for the lymphatic sweep. So what I'm going to do is show you the what you can do to keep the ports open. so the lymph will flow, is you take the collarbone here, and then here's the breastbone. So there's like a little corner. It goes down like this. So if you follow underneath the collarbone until it kind of stops right there, that's kidney 27. And he has a shirt on right now, but underneath the shirt, you would just take the backings off and then put the patch right at kidney 27. Again, here I'm following the line of the bone here, the clavicle, or the, what's it called? The clavicle, the collarbone, thank you. Until you find that there's a hole here and it kind of hits. And sometimes it's a little sore for people. So I can put the tan one there. So that'll help keep the ports open. And then the acupuncture point for swelling, the easiest one to find, well, the easiest one to do is spleen 6. I like spleen 6 on the inside legs because it not only helps with the swelling issue, that also helps with energy, it helps with sleep. That's where all the yin channels of the lower legs come together, so it's a very important point. So I'm going to use a second set of patches here, and then we're going to show you how to find spleen 6. So I've got another set of energy patches in this case. White is going to go on the right side of the body, and tan is on the left. So we're going to get James to stand on one leg. And here's his ankle bone. So I'm going to take 4 of his fingers, okay? So it's going to be a little bigger than mine. So it's about 4, and then you go behind the bone here, behind the tibia. So 4 fingers up behind the bone, and usually it's a little sore, and you're going to patch it right there. It doesn't have to be exact, approximately 4 finger widths up behind the bone. And we'll do the other side. I have a different video for this too, if you want a closer look at my spleen 6 video. So again, he's got patches on his feet already, but you're going to go about, and actually if you just trace behind the tibia, you'll actually notice it goes boom, and then it just sinks in this spot. So it's actually pretty easy to find spleen 6. So if you feel like, hey, I can afford 2 sets of patches, especially if someone's gone through, you know, surgery, chemo, you know, very sick, that kind of thing, then 2 sets of energy patches would be highly recommended to boost up the kidney energy, to get the, you know, more support for the chi and the vitality. I'd also recommend, so that's the energy patches we just used, and I would also recommend the Eon patch. The Eon patch is great for neurological or brain balancing and decrease inflammation. So in this case, I think if somebody's gone through, you know, a lot of treatment, or very tired, or depressed, one of the greatest points to put it is right on the top of the head. So this point is governor vessel 20, and it's going to go, if you make an imaginary line from the tips of the ears and right in the middle of the head at the top. So if you bend down forward, so it's going to go right about here on the top of the head, governor vessel 20. And how are you going to do that without hurting your hair or pulling it out? Well, you can take just half the sticker backing off and just place it lightly on that spot. You can use a headband, or you can even use a hat and put it on the hat. It doesn't matter if it's not touching your body. As long as it's within, you know, an inch or so of your body, it's still activating that point. And what also helps, because they're crystals, is your positive intentions. So your positive intentions is your mind thinking positive thoughts and thinking, okay, I'm putting them here to open up the lymph channels, and then, you know, the crystals will go, oh, okay, you know. So your positive intentions help to activate the crystals to do what you want them to do. And again, spleen 6 already know it has a bunch of stuff it does, but you can also say, yeah, and I want you to take care of the swelling, you know. And then this one is great for brain balancing and for feeling, you know, happier. Again, if you take this point's pretty easy. If you take the tips of the ears and meet it at the very, very top of the head, it's right there. And for some people, it's a little sore. It is for me right now, so it's a good spot. So that is, you know, one of the things you can do for swelling. That's what I would recommend. Some people might ask, well, what about the glutathione patch, the one for detoxification?
I think it's really awesome for detoxification, especially after, you know, getting a lot of drugs or chemotherapy. The only thing is you need to have enough kidney chi. In other words, you need to have enough vitality in order to detoxify. So if you're very, very tired, you've just gone through, you know, a lot of rounds of chemo or something, you're really tired, then I'd recommend the double energy enhancer patches. When you feel better, then you can add the glutathione a couple times a week to start, as long as it doesn't make you super tired. You know, then you're probably strong enough to detoxify. So I hope this is helpful, and thank you, James, for being my model today.
You're welcome.